Hi guys, so we have a story time coming for you today. It's Saturday, so it's story time.
Story time. Them say them want story time.
We're in a different place recording.
Actually, this is a different side of our house that we've never really shown.
I wish. Stay tuned for Monday's episode and you'll find out exactly where we are. Anyway, today's story time is a really near and dear and special story time, and one that, you know, we wanted to take a lot of care and time to share with you. So I guess I'll let Wayne go ahead because this is his story time. So I'm just here as a supporting act.
Well, this story time is a big car accident that basically changed my life and kind of shaped me into who I am now, you know, or helped to shape me into who I am now. It was a rough time, but let me, where do I start?
Well, I always like to start with how old you were.
I was 18.
18.
Yeah.
And then I think you can just set the stage for everybody, you know, with who was in the car, where you were going, all that good stuff.
Alright, cool. It was a regular night for us, party. As friends who went out. When we used to roll them time, they're like no less than 30 a roll, you know, like
What?
yeah, like 20 guys, 10 girls, like crew big, isn't it?
Oh.
Yeah, so my best virgin at the time was Lue Lim. So we met in first farm at Wolmer's. I remember 1-0. He was a baller, we used to play ball too. Wolipa is like the first virgin that we really get close to. My parents would allow me to go sleep over and me, so like when they get close, like the families were really close. Auntie Gail, his mom, Uncle Paul, his father, Kimmy, his little sister. It was like one big family, you know. So, you know, years go by, Lincoln.
So you were friends from first farm?
Yeah, from first farm. So like from when I was probably like about 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, so virgins and got you and close knit, you know. The whole of us, our little crew was very close and things. So we decided to go a Ras Friday or Saturday night. Remember Ras, a party there?
No.
You don't remember Ras?
No.
Jeez,
I may have been away.
No, when we say Ras and a Rastafari, a Rasta party, you don't know about Ras. Yeah, you used to have like a Ras. Pip and Ting.
I remember Pip and Ting.
You remember that party
there?
there? I do. What if I party them time? The Ray Show. Remember Ray Show?
I remember Ray Show.
Shout out. Yeah. Like, okay, so it was Solomon Sharp, Ras. I will go out and
Where was it?
Caymanas. Golf, or Caymanas. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Zine, so big party, Ram, having a good time. Till I remember somebody, one of them little drunk youth there violate one of our friends, one of our girlfriends, and it caused a little eruption, and that's where our night ended. So it was like, even though the party basically done now, so it was kind of home time, but that it kind of, you know what I mean, it was a little hiccup in the night, and we decided, alright, yo, we're going to boogie. Zine, so leave out. We're in the parking lot, I wait for everybody to gather up, whatever, because we now left nobody on the South Road. Everybody have to move one time. Boom, now, so it's an entourage of, you know, like about 3 or 4 cars. Nicholas was the first one to drive out of the whole crew, like from in a Wolmer's.
Like he was the first to learn to drive, you mean?
To get a vehicle, you see me? So Nicholas didn't have his car in a Wolmer's, so we used to roll deep. Like, I think it's 6 pounds when you get 15 in car from 6'8". So, bam, now, still now and drive out now about, as we say, about 3 or 4 cars away, right? Book up a little traffic leading up to Ferry Police Station and Mandela Highway. You know, it's not Mandela how it's set up now, or everything big road and look like foreign. Remember, back in the day, it was a 2-lane or so. middle of the road, dirt, railway, grass, tree, whatever, and then 2 lane over here. So we're going back in and we realize now, so the police them are pull over people, right? So we say, okay, cool, drive, cruise.
Nicholas is driving.
Nicholas is driving. So Nicholas is driving. Let me describe the car. Nicholas is driving. Stephen Brown is beside Nicholas. Camille Core is behind Nicholas. I am behind Camille. So 4 of us in that vehicle.
Beside Camille.
I am beside Camille, right? So 4 of us in the vehicle. We roll past the police, and then they stop the car that was behind us, right? We didn't know. I think Nikisha, Tamra, one of them was driving another car and then flashed us and said, yo, we'll pull over. We decided to have a pull over right by Hydale here, so we pull over on the soft shoulder far enough so them could have come beside you and talk to you and tell what they might do. You say, yo, them stop Richie up the road, you know, no Richie Crawford. Them stop Richie up at the police checkpoint. So stay Sam said, alright, we did our way a little bit, and Nicholas I said, yo, I wonder if we go check back on them cause you know, the time up. And I think Stephen did say, yo, no good man, we could go and wait on them, and then Nicholas is in just really check him them different, and like he's a man with us want to make sure it's everybody's safe. Like that is just him. It's one of them friendly when you know you have a friend for 10 years and him never meet yet, you never he have a bad bone in his body. So it's like he just want to go back home to check and see. Even though we did young, we never really have no we couldn't really change the situation.
Right, it's just a check-in.
It's just a check-in.
Yeah.
In my mind, I want to say, not bother with it. See, no, not to say.
It's true, it's just we
just
can't
to
change
the
the situation.
exactly.
Yeah.
And then to go back on the traffic and then the police them go this way up and you know?
Yeah, okay, if I make the U-turn this so
exactly.
come back around.
Exactly.
U-turn again, come back
we
up.
We can't solve no problem. So it's either, you know, alright, boom. So in my mind, I really want to say, no bother, go back around there, isn't it? Because we can't change the situation at this point. You know, it's either, you know, so bam now, I never say it. So Nicholas say, yo, man, go around there. And our car is here on the south shoulder. The next car is beside us here, and then the 2 lanes are here, right? So Nicholas is coming out now. Somebody just blast through the police stop, no lights on, flying come down Mandela Highway. Nicholas don't get no notice. So the car come, pull out in the road. Boom! Biggest, loudest sound collision of my life. The car, boom, lick, spin out.
And it hit his side of the car then.
His side of the car because he might pull out so. And Camille obviously is on his side as well. Right? That impact us towards
this car don't have no lights on.
This car has no lights on, flying down and him just as say, yo, board through the police checkpoint and we are blast. See? So full speed collision. We car spin out and go in the middle of the road. At this point, I don't even know what happened. It happened so fast. Boom. Nicholas now is basically facing me. Camille is out of it completely. Nicholas is out of it, eyes closed. Stephen Brown out of it. Me alone conscious in the car at this point. So I'm trying to talk to everybody now. I'm saying, yo, Camille, talk to me. Stephen, oh you stay. Stephen, nobody answering. But I can tell that they are semi-conscious. Stephen was probably a little bit more out of it than Camille. I said, Nicholas, talk to me bro, talk to me, just let me know so I'm alright. Boom. Come out to the car. Start, try for, by this time people are pulling over now because big accidents now. Yeah. People are pulling over and giving us a helping hand. So Nicholas is pinned into the car, and then the other vehicle now I noticed that there's a girl who like flew out of the car.
From the car that was speeding.
Yeah, the car that was speeding. She must have got through the windshield. And in my mind I'm thinking, yo, in a big trouble. This girl is not going to make it. It was like a horror show. Like the girl was just, you know, like just totally bloody. And I was like, yo, what? This gonna reach me now? So me stay so now, and I try my best now for lift out everybody now. Nicholas is completely pinned and Camille is pinned into
You
the
can't
vehicle.
get them out.
I can't get them out. Josie Wales now, it's so ironic. Reggae artist Josie Wales now jump out of a film car and have an axe.
Whoa.
And don't ask me
Stop.
what am I doing with the axe in that car? But he did have an axe. And he used the axe, I see a sparks a fly, and he pry the car, open and pull so till we can get out Camille first. And then by this time Camille is like moaning in pain because she's coming to consciousness back now, and we get where I realize the gravity of what's going on right now. Like, so I go one side real quick, beg a phone call Nicholas' mother and father. And suppose me tell us that it's like 20, it's probably 23, 22 years ago. And I remember every word of the conversation that me and Auntie Gail had.
You're gonna make me cry.
That night. Every word. And I remember, it's right now, I get chills. Because I said, Auntie Gail, we were in an accident, Auntie Gail, on Mandela Highway, right by the police station. And she said, when is he dead? That's the only thing she said to me. And I said, no, Auntie Gail, nothing like that. Just come now. So boom, now I go back now to the car now, trying to get them out. See, I don't realize that I am standing in the worst antness I have ever come across.
You're in such shock.
Me in a shock, and my focus is on getting these guys out and getting them safe and getting them to the hospital. And 100 wicked biting ants. See, for the show is like an omen. I don't know what kind of omen this was. See, take me now, you know, and I bite me so till
in the middle of all of this.
You know, the middle of all of this, you know. I'm in a business with them, you know, to show you how my focus depends on my bridging them, you know.
Yeah, because if one biting ants bite you right now.
Right now, the turning that Zine, so bam now we see so now, and police them come down now by this time. We get Nicholas out, so our head go Spanish Town now, hospital, because the closest hospital,
Right.
and it's look like serious injuries now, you know. But don't get me wrong, like I was thinking, alright, Nicholas look good, because, you know, just very minor, like scratches,
bruising.
not even like just two little splinter fly, and not, you can't even see it, not like blood or nothing. You see, Steven out of it, him look like him hurt too, you know, and Camille look like she hurt too, but we just stay so boom now and get them to the hospital now. Reach to the hospital, them said them can't manage this. We have to transfer them to Huey.
Oh my God.
And by this time, Auntie Gail them reach. I don't know, it's the quickest I ever see somebody reach from Reddy's to Mandela. See? So them reach and we're there now and we fly over Huey now. So Huey now, they must say, alright, the best brain surgeon them send for now, and like, you know, we're looking good, you know. They say, alright, we could deal with this, you know. So them say them going to start working on Nicholas in a few hours, right? Them are going to work on the girl first. So you said the girl first? How that job
Which
is?
girl?
The girl who was in the accident.
Oh,
But
the
said
other
she has
girl.
serious injuries too, right?
She looks bad.
I said, work on the girl first. How that job is? I said, alright, you know? Bam, now we're dead now and they're at the hospital now. The night come and the next day come now and camp out at the hospital. I talk about 200 people got Nicholas, a good boy, people love Nicholas, see? They don't know now, wait and stay so up in everybody. You don't know, get around away, you know? we're bond together and I want to say, alright, now we just wait, we just want to hear the good news and thing. And I think it was about 6 or 7 in the evening now. And we start to like a little ripple effect of, you know, balling and bait. And I said, what about? I said, go a little closer. It's like they did hide it from me. Go a little closer and I said, so what about? And the people they got tell me, say, Nicholas, drop out. And I said, what? I said, no. Because it's true. It's not like somebody prepare yourself because the injuries them never visible. For say, him even close to, you know what I mean? And I said, bro, no. I'm not telling a lifestyle. It's like my chip lick. My chip literally licking up because I don't know if it's because I made it in the accident.
Yeah.
But it's like the closest I come to mad. Because I was, you know, as a little youth, you're even too mature fully to understand about injuries and brain injury and, you know, the fact that you don't have to show it on the outside to have a serious trauma, you know. And I said, no. And then kill my friend. Big things that run through my mind, so till at the first I never feel like I'm not in control of myself. I hold them off, hold me because I kick me the one, kick out a glass and big things. And I said, no. I said, wow. So what I said? I said, the whole of we as friends mashing up. Mashing up. Just what day we do memorial is like Nicholas just passed, you know. See, to all we did close, you know. Right?
His parents, man.
Uncle Paula, Auntie Gail, mash, you know. Man, relatives, them mash.
That's so young.
So young, you know. Right? So, after this now, funeral arrangement.
The other 2 people in the car with you were okay.
Yeah, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, they were fine because them live, them survive, you know. Like Stephen did have like some spinal injury and Camille did have some foot injury or whatever. But
and you walked away with 3 scars. I remember you showing me them on your fingers.
Yeah, just 1, 2, 3. I don't even know how that happened. I think the glass that splintered beside me just give me 1, 2, 3. So I always have them. One small, one little bigger, one biggest. Funeral now. And Nicholas was, enough people don't know this, Nicholas was my #1 supporter of my talent musically through years, from first one right through. So, they must say, yo, you have to go do a tribute for him at the funeral. You know, I'm not an artist now then, but that's a do it for fun, you know. And my friend then books me up and say, yo, you're bad. See? So I say, alright. So I rewrite Lauren Hill Zion song to fit the situation that we were going through as friends. So I say, unsure of what the surgery held, I touched my mother overwhelmed by what the doctors have been chosen to perform. I said, like when I said, whoa, this crazy circumstance, I knew Nick's life deserved a chance, but everybody told me to be smart. Look at his whole life, they said. Wayne, please use your head. But instead I chose to use my heart and I said, now the joy of my world is with Nicholas. So I'm singing that at the funeral and I was moving like I did have to hold myself together, you know. The whole way about it. See? And when I reached home the evening, I remember my father looked at me and said, yo, him called me upstairs. He said, something happening at the church today in the youth. And he said, yo, they don't make your first million in music yet. Go and go make it. I'm not telling a lie. You know, my father still is not a man of many words. See? And that was the most, I don't know, like the most inspiring, the most uplifting thing anybody has ever said to me in that moment, you know, because true, me know him stay and they weren't really with the music thing, because they must say, yo, don't left shore, as in a shore job,
to do something unsure.
to go do music where we don't know what, we don't know if you really love
and
it, you know.
And it's so crazy that your biggest supporter, which would have been Nicholas, that your dad would have seen that in you through his transition. It's like Nicholas himself gave you that gift.
Exactly.
That
It's
day,
like,
you know?
yo, trust me. And I was just like, whoa. So one of the biggest, like, you know, it go like all these stories to me have like things that we can look back at and say, boy, okay, this lesson learned or that lesson learned. You know? And I'd probably say one of the most important takeaways is that we realize that life, at that moment we realize how fragile life is. You know, you're here 1 minute and you can be gone the next.
Yeah.
So it kind of give us a what we call a wake up call into understanding that we need to treasure these
You're so young.
these friends, these relationships, and this life that we have. You know.
Yeah.
So from early we learn that lesson. You know. Another thing that I took away was that even in the darkest moment, there is gems that we can find in those moments to turn around the energy from the negative energy to a more positive spin, you know? So, as he said, I took that Nicola, it almost took him going for me to find the right fire and the right desire for going on music and go take it. So it's almost like out of him passing there was purpose underneath there, you know, and we found the purpose. And it's not just me alone, not our friend them.
Everybody.
They find and dig deep and just come together, you know. Up to this day we have relationships that never shake, never bend, never go nowhere. Just based on the bonding that happened during that time. We were right around Kimmy. Kimmy was like everybody like a sister. So we did just say, yo, you know what? We not gonna make this overwhelm you. We are there for you. We did just
and you still keep in touch with Kimmy
still keep in touch with Kimmy to this day, you know? And it's like an unbreakable bond. But trust me, that time was a time where we did have to really dig in as friends and come close, because trust me, that was it almost break with.
It's a hell of a story. And you haven't told me that story many times, but anytime we talk about it, it's something that now that we're parents as well, like it's just a phone call you never want to get, you know? Or even as a sibling, and so it hits different, you know?
And it's sad, you know, because we use our life experiences to make to design our roles or to dictate our roles as parents. And I mean, I will forever think, yo, you know, careful when they not drive out. They're like, them go see me and wonder, how come that is so protective? Or how come? Because we know what can happen in a flash.
Yeah. And it's not that he wasn't being careful. That's the worst part, is somebody else's carelessness.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
And so it's like, you know, you could warn your children from here to there.
Yo.
Just things happen sometimes and it's unexplainable and it's not fair. So, but that's one heck of a story time.
Wow.
And we got full permission to share the story as well from Kimmy, which is awesome.
Because
you don't want to bring up, you know, something that somebody might not be comfortable with sharing. And we're very sensitive to that.
And it's only time heal these wounds.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, 5 years after this happened, I wouldn't be sharing this.
No.
You know what I mean?
And even though it's still hard to share, it's hard to hear the story.
And even though it's still hard to share. You know, just the other day we had a memorial for him up by Hope Gardens. Man, I feel like real support. Like we did the whole collage of pictures from young till now.
Yeah.
Yo, trust me, it never gets old, it never fully heals.
Yeah.
But as I say, it does get easier. It's easier to deal with as the time go by. And that's with most tragedy, you know. People are go through some serious tragic moments now and loss and mourning, but it's only time. Only time can heal these wounds, man.
It's really true. Really true. We all go through some form of loss and pain and grief. And as Wayne said, only time can do that job, you know?
Thanks for the whole MTM family
always showing love and support.
Always showing love and support, you know what I mean? We're there for you and you're there for we, so, you know, I guess that's about it.
Yep, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment below. You know, we're always happy to hear your experiences. We love that we're creating a community where we share with each other, where you put down even your stories, your struggles, your aha moments in the comments, and we support each other. And I see other people, you know, commenting under your comments, and that's what we really want to do here. Create that community, that loving space, that tribe, that we can support each other.
And even your lessons, like I know that there are so many, there are 100 lessons in that story, and I just decided to like drop a couple takeaways. So if you feel like, say you see something, well,
tell us,
you know,
tell us,
yeah,
or
man.
what you took away from it, you know. But don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, all of that good stuff. We love you plenty, and
hashtag MTM family.